pretty good to start the week. We'll look for a couple opportunities to really hit hard and then see if we can get out of here. I'm not the trader to sit here and scalp all day long. Sort of the difference between me and others. You trade the 50-50, but tend to make more. Like, you know what? Roma? I don't know. See Roma. The FRG has kind of a nice pop here at the open. That gives me a little bit of hope. Let's see here if we get a rip. $100 there. That's it. Really? I bought way too high. I know. I kind of missed that trade. It usually only goes so high. Could have been in on that 24 up to 43. That could have been $1,000. Wow, look at that terrible filling. You guys see that? Punching 3,600 shares and then doesn't fill instantly. Usually when that happens, I like to just cancel. That is down to 2,700. I do see Roma to a halt up 428 to 482. That's interesting. Not getting filled. Orders are not getting filled here. There it gets filled. Getting annoyed why 3,600 shares is not getting. Am I losing connection? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? I'm starting to get afraid that something's glitching up because. Well, that was a really nice fill. Just sort of getting dialed in on this one. Because of the order failings, I haven't gotten super aggressive. Stay with 2,700. Ah, shoot. Stupid thing. Stupid thing. This is going a lot higher than I thought. Or just take. I'm just sort of scout. I'm just doing the hyper scalping. Doing that hyper scalping, baby. The famous 50-50 hyper scalp. Oh. I missed it. This I should be up like $5,000. What am I doing? Now it's way too extended. 370. Like, man, bro. Break at 370 is kind of the target. Getting a little bit more selling pressure here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. I'm getting way too aggressive on this backside. Now I get back. Roma. Sort of see. Trading Farmer is failing today. I'm a little unsure about this. Looks like it's going to come down some more. We got to hold down at 276. We're going to try to let this pull back more. I don't think it's, we'll see, but try to hold this. I should have sold all of it. I failed. I got to cut it. That sucks. Oh, that failed. So I was trying to hold for the next 1 minute candle right there. Fortunately. Fortunately, that is sucks. Oh, there it goes. There it goes back up to 356. Son of a pistol. Try to get it. I could have gotten back out with a nice win. That is a bit frustrating. Not gonna lie. Had the right idea there. We're killing it on the likes, guys. Love it. Appreciate it. We're off to a bit of a frustrating start here. That sucks. So FRG 5 minutes still doesn't look too bad, but a little unsure what's going to happen here. A little vetoed because it came down from 357 all the way down to 346. That was 10 cents. And then it ripped back up to 62. Wow. I don't know. You just the thing is just so unstable. We're gonna do kind of relying on the, and we're gonna talk about this in class today. Kind of the quick in and out, trading the range. That's primarily what I used to do as a beginner. I still do use it in markets like. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Just get those quick scalps in. Stay out of it. $500 there. Should have seen a bigger rip. I don't want to get too aggressive up here, although the break of 70. I'd rather get a pullback. It's we hit a wall there. Of course. I always sell right before a rip. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of progress together, but I'm just like, I just, why am I not trading the way I should be? High 390. So I can leave somebody else to mess with. So what we had going for us was a 5-minute setup. It was a 5-minute pattern. If you're having a hard time understanding what this 5-minute pattern was, that's not good. I saw the 5-minute pattern, but yet I didn't take the proper steps to take advantage of it. Now we ripped through 370, which is a key level. Buying this as a pullback with the topping tail is a little risky. I knew it wasn't going to work. It takes 100. So this is not really as much of a pullback as it is a rejection off of a key level, which for us was 370. It could still act as a pullback, but it's dropping with velocity here. This is where you'd want to stay out. The 5-minute has completely reversed. So, right. So, yeah. The 50-50 is built on buying the dips, but you also got to be smart about which dips you're going to buy. And this dip right here, this is too much. Roma, no, I'm gonna say no to Roma Juan. I like to trade what's on the list, although Roma was in play. A little lighter volume. ETPI coming up here. You know, this would be a day where I would like to trade sort of the higher volume tickers. This trade, I feel like it was stupid. I gotta cut 126 bucks out of there. Might be able to get a double. We might be able to get a bottom trade off of this one. I'm not going to rush into it. Usually I would rush into this with big size, but I've kind of learned that I like to see a little bit more of indication that we're bottoming out. Big seller there. Shaky there. Buyers are fighting here, but sellers are also kind of showing a little bit of strength as well still yet. Yeah. We have a rebound coming in soon here, but bought a lot of shares here. I dumped right before the next candle started. Guess what's going to happen? Yeah. I'm a freaking idiot. What an idiot. I was too afraid to take the risk. Oh, man, I could be up like $3,000 right now. Oh, that really just hurts. Ugh. That hurts. Really could be up like 3. Gosh. Gosh, bro. Ugh. Why is it? Did I get a green screen? Yeah, you get a green screen. So, anyways, this was a rebound trade. We talked about this extended sell off and then this in for the. Although I got 49 likes already, guys. Cool. ETPI has done what I thought it would do, but just 41 up to 55. That's a pretty still watching this one. I've messed up this rebound trade here on BFRG. Taking a little bit of risk here. Probably could have held it a little longer. There's 17. Looking for the quicker moves. We got 52 likes. Good. So again, we're going to talk about this in class today because it's kind of two styles of trading that I trade now that I didn't really trade when I first started doing the 50-50, and that is this adding and holding. But it's kind of a necessary thing to do when the market slows down. And then, the students like, my students, Crispy and Zavi, who picked up the 50-50, they do more of just sticking with the hyper scalping. You kind of have to decide what route you want to take. I sort of do a hybrid. And then let's see here. I don't mind the pattern, but the 5 minutes no longer like a very amazing pattern. So we got a lot of people in Discord. Filling up. Yeah, I kind of see this pattern here, but we double top rejection here kind of gives me some doubts. I'm going to stay out of it, but break. We're getting green surges here. This could rip back through VWAP, but get a dip. There's a little dip there, red on the tape. Let's see if we get a surge back up. Stalling at a hidden seller there. Let's see, I'm going to try to hold through it. This could fail here. This looks not so good. I'm cutting it. Started to look funny. You got to trust your gut sometimes. I said it didn't really look good. I thought it was too risky, but then it started to work, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Being that you're right half the time and wrong half the time makes it real easy to second guess yourself. And here we go, back green again. This is probably going to go. Ready to this up much higher. Looking like we're reversing, possibly up to 351. I don't know. We got a break there, but then it started to shake. So I just took it. I barely got any money. If it continues higher, I'm going to be pissed. Exits were 345. Not the worst, but, you know, I saw 348. By the time I filled, I got 345. You just sort of got to take what you can get. I get some of you guys are in that small share size, 9, 27, 45. So, you know, you're up $2. And so you kind of can feel defeating, but you just pretend there's zeros behind them. If you're not even capable of making $1 a day, then there's no point in trading with share size where you can lose a couple $1,000 a day. Yeah, you could make a couple $1,000 a day. Making money in the market, you don't need to be a genius to do that, but you got to have a little bit of discipline and experience to keep yourself from blowing up your account. Get this off my screen. There's an entry point. I'm going to take 7,000 shares right there and see if we get a pop. Oh, kind of rushed into that trade. How much did I lose? A couple $100. I thought we'd get to bounce off ascending support. That stupid. Roma is like out of. Oh, hold on here. Shorts just maybe got pinched here. Trying to hold this for a bigger move through 350. Hopefully we get buying pressure. Don't tell me I got filled there. So that was a false breakdown setup. I probably could have held it longer. I seen that how it started to reverse against the shorts. I don't want to do it. Found in pretty big share size. This is we'll talk about this a little. 49, 49 and a half, 47, 40, 51. I got some shares filled at 51. This sort of pattern can go much higher. I may have capitalized on this one. I want this up to 350. Not adding to it. I'm just try to scale out. Ask. Look at that. I gotta cut that. That sucks. This is why this one's so tricky. That's, you know, you go from being up $200 on a trade to being down $40, but you have to cut it. You have to cut it with the 50-50, right? Warrior trading preaches a different style, but time and time again, I'm seeing his students trade the 50-50 and actually start making money. So, although it's tough, you know, some people will. I've gotten a lot of comments saying, "Oh, you stop out so many times. Why not just hold?" Because here we go through 358 here, probably no. Should have held my original large position. I'm gonna size down. This is. I figure that's gonna be a top and tail. $47 to $58. That's that could have been $400 there. I would have done that. Would have done that. I'm looking very impressed with this one. I'm looking for this back over 358, but guessing it's going to have to come. Wow, look at that. Yeah, kind of a bad fill. See if I can get it. I got to bail. That's 100. Could have just gotten out. I distracted by that. Break a 358 here, I bet. Let me see if we get a dip. There's a dip. Ah, shit. Gotta cut it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's frustrating. I was waiting for a dip, but it missed everything. I guess just take what you get. Gosh. It is getting a little frustrating on this little thing. I'm just gonna scalp with 1,800 shares and hope for the best. I don't know. It looks strong up here, but it is extended. You see, it goes to 366 and then immediately snaps to 360. It's tough. This one is tough. We're kind of riding on the coattails of this initial false breakdown. If you will, you could call it a W. I sort of do. I think before we go to 4, I want to see it break high a day, 390. Yeah, the pattern is like not super pretty, Ray or Juan. So again, with the 50-50, we're going in for the small win. So my target now is okay, 370. Okay, we're breaking 370. Okay, high day 376. Okay, 390. Once we break 390, it's like okay, the next stop. Enough talking. Could see a rip here. Selling pressure. I got to bail on that. Oh, frick. No. I might miss the whole trade because of that. Interesting. 2-bar pullback here, but I don't know if it's good. Let's see. It looks like it's going to turn into a 3-bar pullback. Selling 2/3 there. Holding the last 3,600 for a move higher, even though it might fail. I don't want to have to get in and out again. A little hard to hold, but since I locked in some profit already, it kind of gives me a little bit of hope to hold. Don't want to get back in again. That's looking weak. I tried to hold. I was trying to look for that extension. It looks like it rejected, which makes sense because you look at the 5-minute chart. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-minute candles in a row. There you got to start to realize when it's just not working. That was a great example of me holding a trade longer. People always ask me, how do you hold longer? That's how. Look at this bottoming tail. We could get an immediate rip to high day here if shorts get pinched. I'm going to take a 2,700 share starter right here. See if shorts get pinched here for a massive squeeze. It's not really looking like it, but I want to be in for it. There we go. Shorts might get pinched here. Holding 2,700. My target's 370. Stop is psychologically break even. This next candle coming up is going to be important. I might get shaken out of this trade. It's shaking there a little bit. I'm going to take 353 for 27 bucks. I'll reset for another trade. Again, we're looking for those dip trades. That's a little bit of a dip, but it's a little risky. I took it with 3,600 shares. Okay, it's starting to go green a little bit. I'm not going to add to this. See if we get a rip up to 358. I'm not seeing green on the tape. I failed on it. We'll go in for another dip. Let it dip. Like to see it break the low previous candle. Hasn't done that yet. There could be a great trade coming up here. Kind of rushed into this one with 7,000 shares. Got to cut it. Taking a bigger loss there. 49. Got to cut it. Wow. I was getting vibes that it wasn't working, but I was like, man, it's a decent looking pattern. Okay, how much did I just lose there? What was I up to? 34? 156 orders. Trying to figure out where it was the 34. So this is kind of like my first indication, like, okay, we gave back some profit there now. Gave back about $300 at least. If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, what are you doing? This could be good. Not even in. I don't know. I'm sorry not to trust it as much. Still 2,700 shares, maybe. We're just seeing a lot of resistance. I think buyers have stepped back a bit. Look at that. Okay, I gotta really take it easy here. Giving back now almost $400, which is normal. The trades I'm taking are not like catastrophically terrible. Just maybe need some more time for sellers to have their fun. 5-minute pullback. Yeah, you know, I'm not the only one. I mean, I have a couple people that board mighty stocks on that list. Although they like to admit it, basically every person in the has gone from the Ross Kierman technique 50-50. I think it suits beginners better. I've seen it time and time again, you know, Warrior Pro students such as, you know, Crispy and Trading with Tim, how they adopt the 50-50 and their P&L. Right. That's just the power of free commissions. That, not to say Warrior Tradings doesn't work, his technique just maybe a bit outdated. Now, if we do lose, and we're waiting on a trade here, that's why I'm asking. If we do lose our commissions, our free commissions, then we're going to be put in a little bit of a tighter spot. The hyper scalping strategy, what limit? It's looking like we're getting some support here. Oh, look at that. I don't want to fall below 3,000, but we're starting to get a lot of headwind. That sucks. That sucks. So my orders are not too bad. When I first started the hyper scalping back in like 2020, sometimes it was normal for me to have close to 1,000 orders. Again, I wasn't doing the whole buying into key areas. I was doing purely hyper scalping, trading the range, and if I couldn't trade the range, I wouldn't trade at all. But then we got to markets like we are in now, where trading the range isn't really working. Not really getting halt, resumption, dip, and rips. So you have to be a little bit more. You have to change a little bit of the style, and what I've noticed is once I switched to this style of trading, I had kind of a harder time going back to the hyper scalping, right? Because I rather trade for an hour and a half a day, take a couple big trades instead of clicking the button 1,000 times a day, and so a lot of the traders who you do see make $14,000, $20,000 hyper scalping, you look at their order amounts and it's like, oh my gosh, right? They're taking caffeine pills and they're trading the entire day, So yeah, I've had several $12,000, $13,000 green days, but if I recall, I sat there for like 5 hours and it took like 1,000 orders. Not all the time, but that was interesting. See if we get this over 360. Nice to see that buying pressure, but it was a bit choppy. Back up to 363 here. Kind of setting up a loose double top or a loose flat top here. we bounced off UAP here, but not with crazy amount of strength. Bit choppy. Sort of thinking we're at the top of a wave. This is probably going to reject up here. Let's see. Oh, I like that green we've seen there. Not going to add. Should maybe add. Yeah, I'll go down to 900. I'm going to try to scale out at 365. It's just a bit shaky, but I'm trying to trust it since we're somewhat early in the move. There, I'm going to start putting some orders on the ask. There's a big seller. Let's see if he cracked. He cracked. I'm going to sell on the break of the big seller. That's standard practice trading for him. But I'm sort of tiptoeing. I'm sort of tiptoeing around here because I've sort of seen a little bit of a red flag, but we could get the breakthrough 370 soon. So I don't know. We have a big buyer there, so I jumped in. Let's see if we get quick volume up through 370. And we're struggling here. I'm not liking it. Like, okay, I'm liking it. Not liking it. We got to go green here in like 1 second. Okay, we're seeing green. Okay, there we go. I'm holding for the break at 370. Hopefully no rejection. Okay, break of high day possibly. Micro dip there. Turned into a little bigger. That's a flush. That's... no, we're out of K-cups. Yeah, dead drink. 4. Wow. I guess I'm not too surprised at that double top there. That's a an M. You know how we trade W's? M pattern. But possible. I think we will break through high day. Just don't want to give back profit. We got 71 likes already. Appreciate it. We are the Outcast channel, so Meet all the friends they can get. Tell your friends about it. Let people persecute you for being a farmer. My orders today shouldn't be that high because we're not doing my traditional 50-50 hyper scalping, taking a bajillion orders a day. We're doing the kind of the hybrid that I've developed over the last couple years. So that's what the point of today's class will be for members. It's going to be on Zoom and planned for about 10 a.m. And we're going to kind of show you the difference because I've noticed there seems to be some confusion about, some days I trade, adding into key levels. Some days I'm hyper scalping the dip within the rip. And I do both. You got to sort of decide if you're going to stick, my students such as Crispy and Zavi, who picked up the 50-50, they stick just with the quick in and out. And they do really well. And some days they trade all day, which I would never do, but they trade all day and they'll just dip after dip after dip. That's the way they do it, and they're great at it, amazing at it. But on a day like this, you're gonna have a hard time scalping quick wins. I see a bigger dip here. I'm gonna take with 900 shares, see if we get a quick slingshot back up. We're getting a little bit of strength. That's what's giving me hope to hold it. I'm seeing green on the tape. Okay, it's going green. Okay, I'll maybe go for 357 with 900 shares. That's $43. We have a hidden seller that at 15 or at 56, but maybe I'll pull the order, see if that helps. No, it's still I'm waiting for the rush of green to get my order back on. If we get a rush of green. Now we're getting red here. Okay, there's some green. There's some green. Or red. Getting ready to bail. I'm gonna take it at 354. So you got to kind of recognize, like, okay, I went in for the dip, it popped up, but now it's kind of just not going anywhere. And look at that, now it's back up. How, if I knew that, I wouldn't have sold out. I would have held it. So now we see buyers back in. See if we get a pivot here, but I'm not going to buy it at 360. And here, a fundamental part of this strategy, waiting for the dip. What I taught the MMU community. Okay, now let's see if we get the continuation up to 362. I want a little more than that. There. You see how scummy that was? It popped up to 362. I sell market. I fill at 358. Now it's back up to 362. Doesn't get any. Yeah, we'll try to keep today's class a little short. Of course, it's to record it so we can. Looking for the break a high day here. It looks like we're fighting for it. Um, I feel like so about this trade. Trying to see if we get a rip up to 370. It kind of looks like it could. Possible top and tail here. I got to cut it there. So that was a great example of me saying I'm not going to sell market on the pop. I'm going to put my order on the ass so I don't get screwed. Well, instead of taking actually 2 pennies of profit, I took a penny. Gotta take what you can get. Yes. The key thing of the 50-50 is that with, I've picked up the 50-50. The power of market order. That's just the truth. Because I did it too. I thought, oh, experienced traders use limit orders. You have to use limit orders, and if you use only market orders, you're an idiot. That was what the environment I grew up, my trading grew up with, right? And when I don't know how many people have roasted me for only using market orders. Going back to my streams, getting early part of 2022, right before MMU caught on to 50-50. I mean, everybody was like, "Oh, you're only using market orders. You're an idiot." I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just doing what pays the bills. I'm just doing the technique that actually works for me. Because I tried what Ricky was doing. I tried what Ross was doing. And it just ain't working. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to press my green button and my red button 1,000 times a day. All right. Let's see here. I'm taking a little bit of risk here. Trying to see if we get up to 370. We're hitting a little bit of resistance here. I want to hold because it looks like it's going to snap. There we go. Will we just get a topping tail here? It's so gosh darn shaky. I'm just taking the 50. Maybe should have held it, but you can just tell we're getting into that slower market. It's usually about exactly 1 hour into the day. And if I was to ask you how clean this chart looked, I mean, I would hope your response is not the worst, but it's not the cleanest. I'd like you to point out the rejection here, top and tail here, flush it. Oh, there's a something. This could be a flush, mega flush. This is a mega flush risk. We'll see. This is a mega flush risk. I'm sitting here yapping, telling bedtime stories, and the stock rips almost $1 a share. Not really $1 a share, but it almost breaks $4 a share. It was an algo spike though, which is just a generalized term for when a stock rips up, makes a big move for like a millisecond. Like basically no one got filled at that price. Okay, the flush sort of halted there, so I'm going to take a stab here. A little risky. Yeah, that was a stupid trick. Trying to see if we get a rebound, but that might be it. Did somebody? No, I wouldn't say Ricky's trading is a scam. Really, I can't tell you for sure because when I looked at him, he was on YouTube trading like natural gas. I don't even think he had